Some people think cats are mysterious simply because they stay quiet, but if you've ever truly watched your cat, you know they are speaking all the time, just not with words. Their tail is their poetry, their diary, their little flag of emotion waving softly in the air. Every flick, every slow sway, every sudden puff is your cat's way of telling a story, about how they feel, what they need, and what they trust you enough to share. Sometimes the tail stands tall like a proud little banner, full of joy and confidence as if they're saying, "I'm happy you're here." Other times, it lowers and curls in tightly, a sign that they're uncertain or that the world feels too big in that moment. And in between? There are secrets only the most attentive hearts will notice. Tiny twitches, shy curls, the way the tip of the tail almost hums with thought. It's easy to miss if you're rushing through the day. But once you learn to see it, you'll realize something magical. Your cat has been speaking to you all along in the quietest and most beautiful way. Tonight, we'll unlock that secret language together, and by the end of this journey, you'll never look at your cat's tail the same way again. 1. The tail held high, the banner of joy. There's something magical about that moment when your cat greets you at the door, their tail pointing straight up like a little flag. It's not just a random movement, it's a statement, a tiny celebration of you. In the world of cats, an upright tail means happiness, safety, and affection. Kittens lift their tails when they trot up to their mothers, a silent signal saying, "I trust you." When your adult cat does it, they're carrying that same kitten-like love and trust into their bond with you. That high tail is your cat's way of saying, "I'm happy you're here. You make me feel safe." Next time you see it, pause for a moment. Recognize it for what it is, a quiet but powerful "I love you." 2. The tail that wraps around you, their gentle hug. If you've ever felt your cat's tail softly curl around your leg or arm, you've been given one of the sweetest gifts in the feline world, their version of a hug. Unlike dogs who bounce and lick to show love, cats whisper their affection. That soft wrap is your cat's way of saying, "You are mine and I am yours." Cats even do this to other cats they trust, looping tails together as they sit close. So when your cat circles you with their tail, don't brush it off as an accident. It's their way of folding you into their little world, of quietly claiming you as someone they love. 3. The quivering tail, bursting with excitement. There's a special moment that some cat owners notice. Their cat's tail stands straight up and begins to quiver, almost vibrating. It's a little spark of joy, a sign that they are so happy they can't hold it in. You'll see it when you grab their favorite toy, when you pour food into their bowl, or when you return home after a long day. But there's another meaning too. If your cat presses against a wall or furniture while their tail quivers, they might be leaving a scent mark, claiming their space, saying, "This is my home." Whether it's joy or marking, the quivering tail is full of energy, emotion, and a little bit of feline magic. 4. The puffed up tail, the shield of fear. We've all seen it. Your cat suddenly turns into a puffball, tail fluffed up like a bottle brush. It looks fierce, almost comical, but beneath it is fear. That puff isn't aggression. It's your cat's way of saying, "I'm scared and I need to look big so nothing hurts me." This reaction goes back to their wild ancestors. In the wild, looking larger could mean survival. You might see it when they hear a sudden loud sound, see a strange dog, or when something simply startles them. In that moment, the kindest thing you can do is to step back and let them calm down. Because as quickly as that puff appears, it will soften again, once your cat feels safe. 5. The low or tucked tail, a whisper of worry. Sometimes your cat's tail tells you when they're not okay. A tail held low or tucked tightly under their body is a sign of unease. Maybe they feel threatened, maybe they're anxious, maybe they just need quiet. When a cat tucks their tail, they are trying to make themselves smaller, almost as if they're retreating inward. It's their way of saying, "The world feels too heavy right now." When you see this, don't force affection or attention. Instead, offer them a safe corner, a soft voice and time. Because with cats, love isn't always about doing something. Sometimes, it's about simply letting them feel safe. Does your cat have a tail habit that melts your heart? Maybe the way they brush your face when you're lying down or curl their tail around your wrist when you're reading. Share it in the comments. Your story might help someone else see their cat in a whole new way. 6. The tail tip twitch, the spark of focus. There's a tiny, almost invisible movement that cats do. The very tip of their tail starts to twitch. It's a sign of thought, concentration, or sometimes mild irritation. When your cat is stalking a toy or staring at something outside, that little twitch is their mind in action, their hunter's instinct awakening. But if you're petting them and see the same twitch, it might mean, "I've had enough now." Cats rarely shout their feelings. They hint, they nudge, they whisper. And the tail tip twitch is one of their softest, most important whispers. 7. The slow side-to-side tail swing, the dreamer's movement. Picture your cat sitting in the window, tail slowly swaying like a pendulum. That movement isn't random, it's the rhythm of their mind. It's the moment they're caught between curiosity and thought, between watching and deciding. Maybe they see a bird. Maybe they're simply lost in the dream of the world outside. That slow, measured sway means they are focused but calm. When you see it, don't disturb them. Let them stay in that little dream. Because cats, more than any other creature, deserve the space to wonder. 8. The thumping tail, the warning drum. This one is often misunderstood. A dog wags its tail when happy. But a cat? When your cat's tail starts thumping hard against the floor, it's not joy, it's irritation. It's the quiet beginning of, please stop. I don't like this. Maybe you're petting them too long, maybe the play got too rough. That heavy thump is your cat's warning before they hiss or swat. They're giving you a chance to listen, to respect their feelings. And when you do, you build even more trust, because you showed them you can hear the language they speak. 9. The question mark tail, the playful invitation. Sometimes your cat's tail forms a little curve at the top, like a question mark. It's one of the happiest, most charming things a cat can do. That shape means they are feeling playful, curious, open. You'll see it when they stroll into the room, when they're exploring, when they're inviting you into their world. It's your cat asking, "What's going on here?" and quietly hoping you'll join in. When you see that little question mark, grab a toy or just sit with them. Because that tail isn't just asking, it's welcoming you. Final reflection. Your cat's tail isn't just part of their body, it's part of their soul. Every movement is a sentence, every sway a thought, every flick a feeling. Once you learn to see it, you'll realize they've been speaking to you all along, in the softest, most beautiful language. And here's the best part, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to understand every single signal right away. Because to your cat, you're already the one they trust enough to tell their story to, one tail flick at a time. Pawprint's call to action. If this video helped you understand your cat just a little better, give it a like and join the Meowsphere family. And share in the comments, what's the sweetest tail sign your cat has ever given you? Your story might make someone smile, and it might even be featured in our next video.